to Morning Coins with John and Chaz. This is John. That's Chaz. Uh-oh. Probably should have had the Zoom window centered before we started. You guys get to see it live. Well, you're used to live streaming, so you know. This is our little TV overlay. Make it look like we are in an actual newsroom when in reality, as you can see behind me, because my camera isn't set up in Zoom correctly. Hey,
beautiful.
What's up, Chaz?
Good morning.
Welcome to Morning Coins, everybody. We are live on Vim, powered by the Steam blockchain. I got on my G1NBC fleece today because Chaz is overhanging up in the background over there.
Yeah, it's in the picture. I'm just not wearing it.
And you got a new headset. You look good.
Thank you. I'm ready to pilot this show.
How are things I'm piloting the show. You're the content provider extraordinaire. You did a lot of work for the Republic
Co-pilot?
Protocol. Yeah, absolutely. We're co-pilots.
Okay. So yeah, good show today. We're going to learn a little bit about.
I like how you always tell people it's a good show. We're not going to let them decide.
Yeah. It's like it's our cats. You know, our cats are sitting there and they're looking at you. Feed the kitty. Feed. You get this telepathic message.
Yep. This is a great show we got for you, Dan.
Yeah, there we go. It's awesome.
No, you go. I will stop cutting you off. I'm just in a good mood because things are working smoothly.
Yeah, that's well, you're using the new Bat browser, aren't you? The Brave.
I'm using the Brave browser. I got it yesterday. No, I got it Tuesday for the steaming pile because Chrome was just. I shouldn't blame Chrome. The websites use so many third-party apps and ad systems and all that kind of stuff to integrate on their pages that the ones that I use just get so gunked up, and so Chrome just doesn't do a good job with doing that. Brave blocks them.
Yeah, awesome.
They have integrated ad blocking and just like bot blocking type stuff, and it just gives you a more clean experience of the main content that's supposed to be delivered for websites. And I think it's going to train web providers to create their sites differently and not like if you want someone to pay attention to your stuff, you better just have content and figure out a way to get your ad or revenue generating stuff integrated into your stuff, or no one's going to see it if this takes off.
The end user needs some control over what pops up on their screen. The thing that bothers me a lot is when I get on a website and I'm on there for 2 seconds and this thing pops up, this window, and says, "Do you want to get our newsletter?" And I said, "I don't even know what you guys are about. How can you ask me in 3 to 5 seconds
right
if I want your newsletter?"
Well, and just like cookies too, like they use cookies preemptively. Like it's the minute you go to someone's site, they're grabbing your stuff and they put up a disclaimer that says, "Do you agree?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, but there's never no. It's either a okay or you get out of there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know, and then that's how we get into all these issues of people mining our data, selling it, you know, the psychological warfare they put people in to make us think we're all against each other. It's absurd. It's absurd.
Yeah, it is.
But blockchain's going to change all that, right?
Right. It is. Well, I'm the Brave browser is a beginning. Yeah.
And you can get basic attention tokens on Coinbase.
Yes.
So there you go. Brave.
So I should probably read the disclaimer. Now we've done a pre-show.
There you go, Brave. You'll never get this kind of free marketing again.
That's right. Well, maybe if they pay us.
Maybe.
Okay, so cryptocurrencies, futures, stocks, and options trading involves substantial risk of loss and are not suitable for every investor. The valuation of cryptocurrencies, futures, stocks, and options may fluctuate, and as a result, clients may lose more than their original investment. All investments discussed on this show are for informational purposes only and are not recommendations to buy or sell.
Good deal. Thank you, sir. Thanks,
Yeah.
Sharon, for the upvote. We appreciate you powering the Vim platform and allowing G1NBC a place to work and operate and do our stuff in a 21st century broadcasting environment. So we're glad to be here, and we're glad to have your support as well.
Yes, thank you.
With that, the Vim, Vim also allows you to embed your player. So our G1N token player is embedded on our Morning Coins page, which we'll show you in a little bit. And then my personal Vim player is also embedded on a couple other G1NBC sites that I'm affiliated with. Chaz, do you have a embedded Vim player on your site?
I do not. I need to do that.
Oh. Well, let's go through these links and not harp on that.
Thanks. Appreciate that. You're letting me off easy today. First one is the Republic Protocol site, and that's what our show is about today. We're going to actually go back and look at that later because there are some things on the show on the website that I think we should just look at the whole website.
Okay.
The exchange rating. I thought this was really interesting because they rate some of the crypto exchanges, and they Coinbase has got like an A- rating. And so it's good to see that someone's out there taking a look at the security and looking at the different aspects of cryptocurrency trading. So people are starting to investigate on there. One thing I would say about ratings is that my experience in the securities business is that if you get the highest rating, A+, there's only one way to go, down. So it's hard to hang on to an A+ rating. It really is. And this that time of the year to pay taxes if you I thought this was just an interesting article, a survey of whether people plan to include their crypto gains and losses in their tax returns.
Right. I think eventually they'll have to. I think for right now it's probably easier that people don't or won't. But I also think, though, that if you're operating as a small business and you're claiming anything and you're doing trading that way, I think it actually behooves you to do that and be transparent and be open about it.
I think that's a good policy. But what occurred to me was that the federal government is not ready to handle this. And if you put it out there on your tax return, I mean, if you make substantial gains, I would do it. But as soon as you put that out there, then all these question marks come up. And
you're asking for an audit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, our government is shut down, man.
Don't worry, they'll come back. All their little IRS agents just running around out there.
Oh, man. F you, tax man. That just reminds me of that movie with that girl. I forget the name of it, but yeah.
So, if you have substantial gains or losses, I guess I would report it, but I don't know. That's like opening up a can of worms.
Right. Well, I don't think we need to make another disclaimer. Do what you want.
Yeah. We do not give tax advice. An exchange, DX Exchange. This is interesting because the owner of the exchange is responsible for some scam on crypto options trading or futures trading.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you're involved in a DX exchange, I would be careful. I would take a very deep look at this before I get involved in it.
Interesting.
So you asked last show about USI Tech and what's going on.
Yeah.
So the next slide sort of tells you what's going on.
Okay.
They are, of course, I went to the website, but before I did this, I went to a YouTube video trying to find out if anyone was up on the latest. And the guy that brought this up indicated that this is just all BS. That
the whole thing
is just, yeah, it's all lies.
Gotcha.
And that they just want to keep people's money. They have given out some, but I think that's just like a front to say, "Oh, look, we're doing it." You know,
well, they
out there.
They lost their feeder system, right? I mean, if it's a Ponzi scheme or a platform intended to, not, you can offset some of it with mining, but there's no way that you can pay 40% on packages of Bitcoin. There's just not that many. So sooner or later, it was gonna be. It was, and so here is what I guess is the problem. They have all of these. Everyone has their own individual account in there, and they like whoever, either the SEC or whoever it is, has the number for the main account for USI, and they're like, if anything comes out of here, you're giving it. You need to give it back. We know what you promised people.
Yeah.
And so I would bet they're hamstrung. I don't know.
These guys, they should be all put in jail anyway.
Hold on. I accidentally, I was waiting for the internet to change, and now all of that stuff I was saying can be taken back. Okay. Slides are back in order, guys.
Okay.
So, yeah, sorry, we'll have to keep your money. I love that. USA and Canada IPs are blocked following instructions of the SEC and OSC. But they haven't closed up shop yet. That's what's crazy to me. But they don't do anything anymore.
Right. Well, they operate out of Dubai. That's supposedly where their headquarters is. So,
yeah. And Sharon says he's read about some shady things going on at Bitfinex too.
Oh.
So.
They're just going to draw in the regulations. They're just setting themselves up for a slam dunk on regulations.
We got our shameless self-promotion slide here, and all of our slides for all of our shows are set to public on the web. I put the link to those slides in the description on Vim, which automatically posts to the G1N token account, and it's also in the description. So you can go there if you don't have a Coinbase account and invest $100, and we'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin, whichever one of our direct referral links you choose, and you'll also get $10 in BTC for free. So if you haven't jumped in yet and you want to jump in now, go ahead and hit one of those links and create your own account. Coinbase is usually a United States thing, so if you have your own means of getting them, by all means, you can just, send us some steam.
Yeah.
To thank us for our great work.
Yeah, for all the hard work that we do.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh at that. That's true. We do. Especially our content producer. Not necessarily our video producer.
But all necessary parts.
What is an atomic swap? When I hear about atomic swap, I don't think of anything per se, but I think, wow, that sounds cool.
They gave it a great name, didn't they?
Everything in blockchain and distributed ledger technology, like that Monarch token and all those ones, that's like, it just allows them to put really cool names next to things.
Yeah, it's a great marketing program.
Yeah. So what is an atomic swap?
It's a cryptocurrency trade that can be executed instantaneously without the need of a third-party service to facilitate the exchange. It's another stage in the evolution of decentralized exchanges, an attempt to make trading safer, more efficient, and trustless. So we're bypassing an exchange here. We're doing direct P2P, person to person, or business to business trading
Right.
with atomic swap. And that is essentially what the Republic protocol does.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I figured that. I figured that's why it was in there. We always on Morning Coins we always try to do like a term, like a definition or term that's out there in the blockchain world, and then tie it back to our token, asset, or coin of choice, protocol of choice. So cool. That's atomic swap. And Sharon says Coinbase does not like Canadians. So there you go. Tell us
That's
what.
interesting.
Yeah, tell us what
Cool.
Canadians use to access or are able to use their fiat to trade for digital currency.
Yeah, that'd be because maybe we can cover that exchange or that system.
Yep.
So we had another definition here that I think we need to cover, and it is what is a block trade, because that is essentially what Republic Protocol does. It's a permissible, non-competitive, privately negotiated transaction either at or exceeding an exchange-determined premium threshold quantity of shares. I'm going to just boil this down as easy as
Thank
I
you, because
can.
my head just exploded.
Yeah, I know that's sort of too many big words there. There, 10,000 of whatever the share or coin or token is considered a block trade because when you read the Republic Protocol, they don't specify that. They just say blockchain or block trade.
Block trade, okay.
Yeah. So in my days working on near the trading desk at brokerage firms, 10,000 shares was a block trade. So I'm assuming they're using that same number to do that. So that's quite a significant size of the trade. But we could do that easily in the lower price cryptocurrencies.
Right, right. And so, okay, so they would be able to partner with an exchange, use a dark pool protocol, and be able to do atomic swaps of like like Digibyte, for example, is 2 cents, or Steam is like 30 cents. So
Yeah,
they could
and
put
I'm
in
not
like
sure.
10,000.
I didn't know if they placed a dollar amount on there. I didn't see it in the white paper. So they may have a dollar amount attached to that as well.
Okay.
And what they're trying to do is get away from the exchanges. And so we're going to look at the protocol a little bit and see how they do this. They do claim some vulnerabilities possible, and we're going to look at those as well.
So the first part you said, that was going to be my next question, is why are they doing this? And so you're saying their competitors might be these smaller decentralized exchanges.
Yes, and I think they're looking at institutional trading as well.
So they might have to partner with some of these exchanges like Coinbase and Bitfinex and other ones, Binance, to work with them.
It's possible, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So the next one is just abstract of the protocol or the program. It says the market capitalization and trading volume of cryptocurrencies is growing rapidly every month. Well, yeah, sure it is. With institutional investors arriving into the cryptocurrency market, the development of alternative trading systems is critical for trading large blocks of cryptographic assets while maintaining minimal price slippage and market impact. So yeah, there's your institutions. They're trying to get they're probably going after mutual funds or electronic exchange traded funds. They're coming. We're going to have them soon. And I think they're looking at that particular slice of the market so that they can get involved in it. They're decentralized open source dark pool protocol facilitating atomic swaps between cryptocurrency pairs across the Bitcoin, Ethereum blockchains.
Okay.
Trades are placed on a hidden order book and are matched through an engine built on multi-party computation protocol. So this is where they call it the Shamir. Well, we'll look at it.
I saw that video.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that sense. So in essence, what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a trading system that hides the trades from public view, and at the same time revealing both ends, so the buyer and the seller can see what's going on, but
Wow.
nobody else can. Tough.
I want someone to come in and like speak to who would do that, why would they do it, and why it would be necessary and important. Because I like it, right? I mean, it sounds good, and it sounds on the up and up. I would want to know why you would need that. Like, why? What gap are they trying to fit that the exchanges currently aren't? And it could be, like how some of the exchanges right now, like, they can get hacked. People can steal a large amount of stuff, and then a large amount of any kind of token. Like Dentacoin was actually stolen. Like there was some Dentacoin stolen on an exchange, and then they go to another exchange and just sell it off in small amounts.
Yes, so you can't be traced.
Right.
Yeah.
So that might
Or
be a reason why to use a dark pool protocol. You have, some. Maybe they do some know your customer, and as long as it's agreed to by both parties, it's trusted. That would be some thinking for me.
You can look at it from a privacy standpoint, or then you can say, well, what do you, like you said, why are they hiding this? Why is it necessary to hide these trades? Right? Because the transparency thing sort of goes away then.
Yeah, because you can open it up to even more mischievous characters if you're doing high volume, large trades that are secret. I mean, that could be, I don't know, a money laundering issue or something. I don't know.
Right. It might be going into the hands of people who have bad intentions.
I don't know if you saw the description that I put on my John Spalding my John Spalding Steam blog. I said, Charles and I don't have enough Bitcoin or don't have enough Steam together to buy a plane ticket. But we're going to be talking about swapping large amounts of crypto on upcoming morning coins.
Yeah, I've noticed my Steam account has been going south.
I got to send you some. I'm sending you some for your content development. I have
thank
some.
you, sir. Appreciate that.
I will send you some today after we're done.
So we need to pump up the Steam token.
We do. And we split, Charles and I split whatever upvotes we get and things like that for production and development of the show. So if you guys appreciate it and like it, make sure you upvote. You can re-Steam if you want to, and invite other people to watch the show and take part as well. We also have third-party advertising available on our website, on our Morning Coins website, which we'll show you in just a second.
Cool.
So, let's go. Let's dive more into REN.
Yeah, elementary components. Next slide.
Got it?
Decentralized hidden order book. So you can't see the orders, the buy-sell orders, unless you are the one doing the buying or selling. It's decentralized. Order matching is decentralized. Match orders without knowing the underlying details. So there has to be a way to hide that information as it's being exchanged between the two parties.
Interesting. I wonder if that stuff is done automatically or how that's done.
I understand it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
We're going to look at that a little bit later. Atomic swap infrastructure, ability to swap Bitcoin.
There is a
Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Ethereum-based tokens without trust. So anything built on that platform should be able to be traded on this exchange. And their protocol token is the REN.
So the REN is what you would need to make that to make the trade.
It's not sort of like
similar to Ripple.
I was going to say, I was trying to avoid saying that.
What? No, you weren't. We know that's your
favorite. You always accuse me of shilling for Ripple.
Oh, I'm surprised it wasn't in. I'll be honest. I'm surprised it wasn't in your top 5. I think that was kind of like one of those don't look at the man behind the screen type thing. Here's my top 5, and in the background, you're probably doing some atomic swaps to get some more Ripple.
Well, I looked at the actual usage, on our top 5, which mine was a top 6, but the average person can't use Ripple really.
For sure.
So it's a trading thing.
Right. You're basically getting it, hoping that it goes up, so you can give it to some bank that at a price higher than what you bought it for originally.
Yeah. So I was looking at the actual use cases and how they would affect the average person, and that's how I made my selections.
Gotcha.
Well, their motivation for their project is infrastructure for block orders, cross-chain trades, trustless, equitable access to dark pools, and centralization risk. So they're trying to avoid centralization risk. They're not trying to promote it.
Interesting.
So
the infrastructure for block orders I get, right? Because that is definitely filling a need that exists at high level, like 10,000, 10,000 and up. Cross-chain trades, okay, I gotcha. Trustless, equitable access to dark pools, it is, but only if you're a big player.
Yeah, it is limited.
Right? And then centralization risk, like those two kind of don't necessarily seem to jive with me in terms of what this could create. Because to me, this could create more centralization, and only a certain number of people can access dark pools. Whereas if you're in if it's distributed across multiple exchanges and it's done by individuals, then I don't know. Sounds
there. There is a potential here, I think, for institutions and other large players to have this as their private playground.
Perfect. That's my point. Glad to know that I was able to mishmash it and you still got it.
I got the message. So the next slide, how the Republic protocol works. The primary technical goal of the protocol is to enable a decentralized network of nodes to match orders without knowing anything about the orders. While it might seem like this is impossible, it can be achieved by applying cryptographic techniques that have been thoroughly researched over the last 30 years, modifying them to be suitable for the world of decentralized computation. And that would be the Shamir secret sharing scheme. I would think at this point is go right to the video, and it's really a great video. It's short and to the point.
All right, guys, we're going to play this. Hopefully it works. Just give it a second. Just give me a second to get it set up.
John, you've disappeared. I can't hear you.
Really? How about now? I'm live.
There you go. That was me.
Well, we know that.
This.
All right, guys, give me a second.
Little doodad there.
Get this uploaded. Might take a sec.
What is key sharding? Key sharding, or Shamir's secret sharing, is a process by which a private crypto key is split into several pieces or shards. Each shard is useless, but when enough are assembled, they reconstruct the key. As the technology is based on cryptography, it allows for unique systems that aren't traditionally possible. For example, you could distribute 5 shards where any 3 can reconstruct the key. Imagine this like a safety deposit box with 3 keyholes and 5 key holders. Any 3 of the key holders could gather to open the box and access anything inside. Key sharding is very flexible, so any number of shards could be required to restore the key. Secret sharing enables applications like clearinghouses without custody or recovery mechanisms where nobody has the key. As cryptocurrencies and blockchain use grows, key sharding will likely be used to decentralize risk and create a more trustless economy.
Ethos. That was made by Ethos.
Yeah.
Are they involved in Republic Protocol?
I did not check the background on the video. Oh, I'm sorry.
You sound sorry. You sound sorry. Come on, get out of there.
So I thought that was a nice,
What
quick.
is key
I'm trying to
sharding?
find
Hold on,
short.
hold on.
Key sharding.
What's that?
I'm trying to find short videos.
No, I
get
think it's
right
good.
to the point.
I don't know if that is. I don't know if key sharding is the same as the Shamir secret sharding scheme. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, that's interesting. The distributed shards and together, like if 3 people together can form a key, that's interesting technology. I like the trustless aspect too. It's like you don't in you take that fear factor out of needing to trust. It's just like it's that smart contract thought. Whereas you want this, they have this. You want to. This is your term. This is their term. The computation ensures that you both agree to the terms. Boom, transaction.
Yeah.
You don't need to trust another person. You just need to see that they have what you want, you have what they want, agree to the terms, done.
It's good. I like that process.
Yeah.
So if we're to the next slide,
We are.
assumptions.
I was
The public
assuming that
protocol.
you knew we were already there.
Oh, I just don't want to make assumptions like they're making.
You know what happens when people assume.
Yeah, make an ass out of you and me. The Republic Protocol is built on the following assumptions. There exists a trusted third party that will always perform computations honestly, but has limited computational power.
I got to read that again.
Yeah.
There exists a trusted third party that will always perform computations honestly, but has limited computational power. Okay.
I think they're using the term trusted there is a different way than trustless. They're just saying there's a system out there that will operate and is reliable.
Right. It's like we promise to perform these computations, but that's all we promise to do. We can't do anything above and beyond what we promise, and what we can do will be honest and open.
Yes. And number 2 is the one that really struck me. Participants act rationally and will not participate if there are no financial incentive to do so, and will attempt to maximize their own profit. In this way, we do not assume that a participant will act honestly if they can maximize their profit by acting maliciously. Really? No one does that.
They're kind of correct. I mean, let's be honest, right? We by our nature are greedy and can set out with the best intentions, but if there's a little, if we see a quarter laying on the table, no one's around, maybe we grab it. Right. Maybe you don't. Maybe you grab it and you give it to someone.
Put it in the
give it to the rightful owner, or put
charity,
it in the
charity
jar.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, they're just saying that some of their assumptions are people are going to act in a rational manner and try not to circumvent the system. I would think there's going to be somebody out there that's going to try it.
Yeah, I mean, you better have sound technology if you want to deliver on these assumptions.
Yeah, and if you look at the next slide, the adversarial assumptions, they sort of acknowledge the fact that there are some things that can happen that can go bad.
Okay.
Corrupt. The adversaries cannot corrupt the trusted third party defined previously. Concretely, an adversary cannot subvert the correctness of computations done by the Ethereum network. All platforms built on Ethereum need to make this adversarial assumption. I don't know. I understand what they're trying to do here, but you make assumptions, but what you have to do is do things to prevent those things from happening. There has to be an action associated with that. And hopefully they've done that with their Shamir sharding.
Gotcha. They can't corrupt the third party defined previously by assumption 2. An adversary cannot subvert the correctness of computations done by the Ethereum network. All platforms built on Ethereum need to make this adversarial assumption. So I gotcha. I hear what you're saying, but I see what they're saying too. Is like the technology will know, or the technology is written that way. So, or the code's written that way. So you have to meet certain.
Right. It has to be in their cryptology has to be secure and sufficient to do that.
Okay.
I just want to go to the next slide. So they refer to their assumptions again, and the computational nodes must be incentivized to perform the order matching computations. It is unlikely that participants will be willing to run order matching nodes if they have no financial incentive to do so, especially when running and maintaining order matching nodes is not free. So yeah, there's incentive to do this. Somebody gets paid for doing work.
Right. And they're saying that nefarious characters are people that have ill intentions. There isn't anything in it for them to try to steal or try to intervene in the protocol, because that's not how it works. Like, that's not how the atomic swap works within the
right.
The scheme.
And perhaps this is why making the trades invisible is important to prevent that.
Okay, gotcha. Because then it's really just the people that have this certain amount of tokens. As long as it's proven within the system, then it's okay, and then it limits nefarious characters from getting in there, because they can't actually get access to those accounts.
Right.
Whew. So guys, if you're watching and you have a different take, or you're looking at the video on demand and you see that we might be off, let us know. But we do this as a benefit to us, but also as a benefit to you guys, and just staying on top of projects, protocols, and platforms that are out there in distributed ledger technology and blockchain technology. So hope you're enjoying, and we're going to keep going.
Okay. Order fees. So here's where we get into the place where there's incentive to do these things. Order fees provide a decentralized mechanism for the users of the system, traders, to remunerate those that are providing the computational power.
Computational power?
Computational power.
Mm-hmm.
Necessary to fulfill the needs of the users. This is necessary under assumption 2. So there's a payment system. You get paid for doing things.
Right. You get part of the order fee.
Right.
Okay.
I just covered these on the next slide, just attacks and defenses. Order reconstruction, false orders, and Sybil attacks are some of the things that they referred to. Sybil attacks meaning trying to appear to be someone you're not. False orders, trying to place in false orders and draw somebody in.
Right.
And then reconstructing an order, trying to actually get in there and reconstruct the order and change it.
So, and so I'm assuming, because the way you said it, that those are also terms that happen in real, but not in other trading environments.
Right. Yeah. So I'll just use Sybil attacks. I mean, people always try to falsify their identities, and it can be done in person or online. And what they're trying to say is that these are some attacks that are possible that could happen, but hopefully their dark pool protocol along, with the Shamir sharding would help prevent that.
Okay. Gotcha.
And they have a roadmap, which is good, with dates.
Look at that. Well, it's already 2019, so this should have already been done.
Right.
Is all this stuff done?
Don't know. Looks like it. I haven't actually gone into I don't have anything to block trade, so I can't test it.
Yeah, I know, right?
So the last
more chains,
Q4
including
is what
Litecoin,
they're going to do from 2018 Q4 forward.
Support for high frequency trading, implementation of scaling solutions. REN powered DAO. We covered DAGs. Did we do DAO? We did a DAO too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so next slide. Do we have the Manna update?
Shameless self-promotion time.
Well, actually, it's a promotion on behalf of others, right? This one's sort of like a mix.
That's
between
true.
Those.
That's true.
Manna, I've emailed Manna and asked them where their status is on the refugee children and making donations. I have not heard a response back from them yet.
Okay.
But Manna is a universal basic income platform where if you sign up, you get a weekly stipend from Manna, which is not much.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get referrals, they'll double that for each referral.
Oh, they double it. Wow.
Yeah. So 100%, if you get one referral, you get another 100% for the second. And so those are our referral links at the top. So your favorite host, please sign up. And what we're going to do is once we get the thumbs up from Manna, we're going to donate this money to children in refugee camps.
Correct. That it means like that's right. So you sign up, you do a little bit of know your customer. Excuse me, and then and you get your account and you're good to go. They're only using direct marketing, direct referrals to sign people up. So really, it's just word of mouth and us talking to other people about it. They have Mannabase does have a good Steam account, and they put out some great articles on there. Then we had them on a previous show, so, and they're also a 501c3 in the United States, so they are a certified nonprofit. Yeah, so, and they have a token that they want to use for universal basic income, and they're it's pretty good.
It is not a government or municipal sponsored project. This is a public project, and they are determined to build this platform. Now, here's the key. There is no charge to this. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up for Manna updates or Mannabase.
Okay.
And I would think that Steamians and everyone else would want to jump in on this and either do it for themselves, or if they plan to contribute to the upcoming charities that are sponsored by Mannabase.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, they've just started opening up children's accounts. So if you have a child, you can open an account for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and down the road, maybe they'll have enough money to use for some kind of project that they're thinking of when they get, grow up.
Yeah, for sure.
If they grow up. Some children just never grow up.
It's hard in America.
It is.
We tell them they can be anything, and then they get out to the real world and realize they can. And that's overwhelming.
Yeah, the other thing is they can be anything, but they actually have to do something.
Right, that's the key.
Well, I heard a
You
really
can't
good one.
You
I
can't
was
just
at,
jump from high school to the president.
I'm not going to position this with any kind of political thing, but somebody said that students are getting out of universities expecting to make six figures, and when they get out and can't do it, they're upset.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I can see how some of them are upset though with how expensive college is. I mean, that is tough. You go through 4 years, you have accumulated a ton of debt, and you can't really find anything that gets you to be able to pay rent and pay college and pay, it's like,
I've known a number of people that have gone through that, and it's like they get out and they don't get that six-figure job,
mhm,
and now their debt is just beating them down.
right. Whereas it's like maybe and I think some of that is we push college rather than pushing trades. And so you have a gap, like community college and trades, you have a gap of people that have learned trades where they have this degree, and like there just aren't enough jobs
Yep.
in those degree areas. But all these institutions we got to keep funneling them through.
Yes, it
Anywho,
is. It's tough.
it is.
So you get people with college degrees doing, waitering and waitressing, and they're trying to find their home in a better job to meet their needs and have a reasonable standard of living. It's
Yep.
not easy.
Well, we're looking at some Republic investors here. There's a lot of capital and venture capital and hedge fund folks in here that I see.
Yeah, what you would expect. You get people that they're involved in that area. They see this as an advantage, so they want to be involved, and they invested in this project. But I just thought I'd put that up there so we know who's involved in it.
And so here is where I would say maybe protocols like this are fighting centralization, because they're not fighting the centralization that we're thinking of digital and blockchain centralization. They're fighting bank centralization, which we
Yes.
know already probably use dark pool and dark internet type stuff to do some of these things already. More your centralized banks and financial institutions. So maybe they're just saying, well, we can do that too.
Yes. I agree too, because
yeah.
So let's face it, the large institutions that do trading and control large amounts of money, billions of dollars, Morgan Stanley and the others, Wells Fargo, all these large institutions, they're just scraping cream off the top. And I tell people, I go, think about this for a minute. A bank has no product. I mean, they have services. They call their financial, like CDs and savings account, they call those products. They're not products, they're services, right?
Right.
So they don't have a product. They don't
Mhm.
produce anything. They make their money on other people's money. So that makes them a parasite.
Yep.
Supposedly in exchange for this, they keep orderly markets and keeps the financial system intact, and that's why they're getting paid for doing that. They do it too expensively.
Very good. We agree.
So we have a team.
Look at that team. Look at all those LinkedIn accounts.
Yeah. So I did link the CEO up at the top there if you want to open that up.
Okay.
And I thought the thing that struck me about this was his longest tenure at any position is 3 years.
Oh, it won't bring it in automatically because I have to sign into LinkedIn.
Oh, let me see if I can do
And
it.
I don't have it on Brave.
Oh,
Well, I haven't signed into LinkedIn yet on Brave. That's
you're
all.
lagging, man. You're back.
Here, let me see.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Tell me when you can see it.
Yep, we got it.
So what I did was I wheeled down here to his experience, and you notice 1.711, 9 months, 1 year. I'm going to hit the 3 more experiences button there. And there's his 3 years right there. New code. 2014 to 2017.
Well, maybe he's found his niche.
Yeah. Well, I guess my thoughts here are that his experience level is really low. He may be a genius. I mean, there's no question he has something going for him, but the experience level sort of threw me a little bit.
Sure. I think that you have that. You have that with a lot of these people in blockchain and distributed ledger tech is like, because really, I mean, it's still in its infancy, right? Bitcoin's only
Mm-hmm.
been around for 10 years, and you have all these people that are learning codes and learning platforms and learning how to do this cryptographic coding. So, like you said, you could be a genius. You could just be in the right place at the right time. You could just be, really smart and take your classes and put together some stuff. And like you see, you started, had a 3 year gig, and then you get 1 year gigs at all these different places. By then, you've probably learned enough going, right? It's not longevity at a place. It's look at all the different companies that he's worked for, even for a year, and see the skills that he's developed. So,
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, that is true that he could be um, the genius that just doesn't need experience because he's got it all built into his head.
well, it's just
So
like being a CEO, right? Being opening a business, you don't have to. There's nothing saying that you have. I mean, 16-year-olds can do it if they have a good business plan and a good team around them. If they have a good idea, they can to turn themselves into a successful small business person.
certainly, yeah,
So,
I don't disagree with that. I just
yeah,
when I see
no, it
3
is
years,
interesting. Right, right. I mean, 3 years is the longest.
yeah,
But let's just say we're from a different era, right? Where longevity in the workplace is more highly regarded. Whereas,
oh, I would agree with that. Yeah,
nowadays 3 years is the average that people stay. If you stay longer, then you either really like the company or you know, something.
yeah, people are more mobile now than they used to be.
And especially in tech, right? Because there's
Yep.
always another company that's going to offer you some money,
Yeah.
and you're gone.
And they're in the midst of a large evolution right now, so
So,
opportunities abound,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
They also have advisors, which I thought was nice.
Are you on the advisory board?
Yeah, I'm on the slide. They haven't called me yet to be on the board. And after what I just said about the CEO, they probably won't call me.
They're going. Yeah, you'll be blocked from any future block trade or atomic swap
Yeah,
from them.
I'm out.
You got the Perlin Network, Cyber Network, Signum Capital, Excel Partners, and a professor of economics at the University of Chicago.
Yeah,
All right, that's it.
that's it.
We're
I didn't
done.
do any tech stuff today.
Why?
Well, I'm trying to give you a break because I know you had your Christmas money theory going, and I just want to see if it actually happens. I'm not going to put you on the hot seat yet.
the market went through some slight gains over the last couple days, and we're so far in the green today.
Good.
Not a whole lot. Look at your favorite coin there, number 2 market cap.
Yep.
You think I think Ethereum might be overtaking it soon once they get past their little thing they got going on in May, but I think they stalled that. I forget the protocol change it is, but
Yeah, was it Lightning Network or is that already
no,
been
that's
done?
Bitcoin. That's out.
That's Bitcoin.
Yeah, I forget what Ethereum's change is, but it's coming in May, and there's some FUD around that, so we'll see.
It always is. People are always scared about everything.
I turned off I turned off our TV overlay. I got to turn that back on. There we go. Well, good. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. Do you?
No. I'll have something though.
Are you gonna check out the Brave browser?
Yeah, I should.
It kept it going today. I was glad. It only had one little hiccup on my computer, but it kept it going pretty good. Much cleaner and lighter than Chrome. So, but I still have to use Chrome for Drive and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. Well, maybe Brave will institute a Drive.
Yeah. See if pre-search works on there.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We're getting out of here for today. Thanks for tuning in. Check in with us on the G1N token account or at our personal accounts at crollo3 and at John Spalding on Steam. You can also check out, here, let me show you guys our website real quick. This is our Morning Coins website on G1NBC. So you go to g1nbc.net and /morning-coins. Check us out there. We have our embedded Vim player and our YouTube playlist and posts about the show. And yeah, ad free on Brave. Our HQ is not going to like that, but what can you do? We'll have to figure out a different way to get it in there. All right, man.
Cool. Thanks everyone for listening in.
This is Morning Coins, and you are leaving with Happy Rock from Ben Sounds. Thanks for providing that via Creative Commons attribution license. We are appreciative to have your music featured on our show.
It's cool music. I like it.
See you next Friday, everyone.
Bye-bye.